Hello everyone, Agent Gold here, and welcome to the second Secret Gathering episode of Let's Play Shantae Risky's Revenge. If you're interested in exploring and finding things on your own, then be sure to skip this video, but for those interested in seeing, let's dive right in. So the keen observer will notice that in the last episode I didn't go looking under Shantae's lighthouse for anything. And that's because there's stuff down here, but it has nothing to do with the Golden Baby Squid quest. I think it's on the other side of this wall, actually. And here's someone I can try the mermaid bubble out on. So it can work against enemies and obstacles. So this treasure over here has nothing blocking it, and it's the heart holder that we need the mermaid form for. Which means that we have a maxed out life bar now, so huzzah! I could have gotten that right away at the beginning of the last episode. You don't need the mermaid bubble to get this. But since it's not a necessary secret, I decided to leave it for here. Those piranha fish have an unusually grotesque death animation. An eye pops right out of their head. I always get a little freaked out when I see that. On the other side over here, there's this little cavern, but you do need the mermaid bubble because we can't get past that statue without it. And this room is just another money room. So I wonder if Shantae knew that there was all this money in the water beneath her lighthouse. I mean, was it hers, or did someone leave this here a long time ago? I'm not sure. We'll want to buy out the shop in the next episode, and if we're going to do that, we're going to need at least 675 gems. So we'll see if we get that when we're gathering secrets here, but if we don't, I know how we can get it up, so... I kind of doubt we're going to find 300 gems on our way to 3 secrets that are left. But that's fine. I know what to do if that happens. So if we head over here into Polyp Bay, there's one cave that I've been skipping a few times now. And it'll just take us a second to get over there because these platforms run on their own schedule, it seems. There we go. And this cave is a little maze for the monkey bullet to get you through. Now I could have come here during the first secret gathering video. There's nothing that was... darn it. There's nothing that was stopping me then that isn't stopping me now. All you need is the monkey bullet to get through here and to reach the cave in the first place. The reason that I left it until now is because when you're doing speed runs, it kind of makes more sense to come here, to come here when you're gathering the golden baby squids, because then you can do it all in one swoop. Not that I really capitalized on that during this playthrough, but it's what I normally do, so there we go. This room could have stood to be easier on the iPhone version. I think we can get out of here without falling to the bottom, but if we do, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, they made that really easy. So the other 2 secrets are both in the dungeons that we've been through. One of them is back in the Hypno Barons, which is closer, so we'll go there first, and the other one is that 3rd magic gem that was back in the Squid Baron's fortress that we just haven't been able to get to yet, but now we can. I think that might be a little faster than just running. Oh yeah, there's It's not exactly a secret, but there is something a little bit odd about Scuttletown at this point in the game. And I'll cover it in the next video because it is something that's worth showing to everyone. It's not like one of those secrets that you find and explore trying to get on your own, but it's just a little Easter egg, I suppose. I'll put it this way, Scuttletown has gone crazy. I actually managed to jump over one of them when the hearts were floating. I don't think I've ever done that before, at least not intentionally. Ah, why do these smoke-breathing scarecrows always surprise me like that? Oh, jeez, I didn't even see that one. Let's add camouflage to their list of abilities. Either that or blindness to mine. Alright. So, the Hypno Baron's fortress, we don't have to go through the entire maze this time. There's just a particular room that we need to get to. And we can rush there with very little resistance. I won't say none at all because the enemies are going to be back since we left and came back, but it should be a fairly straight shot. So these skeletons, darn it. Gosh, they do a lot of damage. But once I've gone through that room once, when I come back, they're not going to be there. Just because of the way those doors with blocks that work based on destroying all enemies, the way that those work. I wasn't sure I hit him there. I'm still not sure I hit him. Oh, jeez. That's mean, those slimes can attack you when you're down there still. I mean, it's probably not like intentional or anything, but they do have that ability. So we're going to the room where we got the mermaid dance in the first place. I think I will destroy these two that are on the way up there, just because that's a little easier. Oh wow. I guess the elephant doesn't get hurt charging into spikes. Which is good because I'm having that bit of trouble with the down direction again. Okay, so it's the closed eye door on this side, isn't it? I don't have to deal with those two up there. They're out of the way, so. Drat. I think that it's possible for the monkey to fall off a wall if you don't press any direction while he's on there, but I haven't had that happen to me yet, even when I've been fumbling trying to press the down direction. Since we do need to come back here once, you kind of want to remember that it's the Perry the Platypus space that takes you to this room. Although the door stays open once you've been through here once, so you don't have to go back and check the pattern. There's our chest right there, and we're going to be dancing all around it on our way to it. Just go over it and under it until we can finally get to the spot. So, yeah, even when it's a straight shot to your goal, the Hypno Baron's fortress is annoying. Seems like he just wanted to frustrate all visitors. Do you think he does that when he invites guests over? Makes them solve his labyrinth before he'll sit down and have tea with them or whatever he does? That does bring up something that I wonder about a lot of games, is how do villains get through their own layers? I mean, maybe he has secret passages around here that we're not able to access so that he can get around more easily. Because I doubt he enjoys floating through this entire place. I know that in Legend of Zelda games, sometimes when you go to the boss room, it will give you a shortcut out of the dungeon if for whatever reason you came back and explored the dungeon some more. It doesn't work that way in this game, so I do have to run out to the entrance on my own. That's fine. Backtracking through these dungeons is always easier since the enemies don't respawn. And this is the room where the skeletons were that I skipped, so they just don't come back once you've been through there once. I don't know how it works. Alright, and then leaves just the one magic gem in the Squid Baron's fortress. I don't think I'm going to have many interesting stories between here and there, so let me just go ahead and skip to the fortress. Okay, here we are. This should be much easier to work our way to. Because even if there are enemies here, they're the kind that you can one-shot. I can skip this guy because just like the skeletons, he'll just be gone when we come back. Just works that way anytime a door unlocks by defeating all enemies. I don't know why they made it that way, but I do know that's how it works. Okay, so this room, I never really came this low because there was no point to. The floor is covered with water. If you fall in, all you can do is swim and jump out there until you're able to dive under and come to this passageway down here. Now this area isn't too spectacular. It's just a small little room with a treasure chest in the back. So when I first played through, I was kind of hoping there was going to be more down here. I don't know what exactly, but just more to explore for being able to remember that you have to come here and swim under the water. So I don't want to say it's underwhelming exactly, because you do get a secret for coming there, but it's certainly not overwhelming in any way. So let's take a page from Young Justice's book. Let's call it whelming. With that, we have all of the secrets in the game, but we don't have enough to buy out the shop yet. We still need about 240 gems or something like that. Now there's no way I'm just going to stand around beating up enemies to get that, so let me do one more skip and I'll show you where we're gonna cash up. We are at Battle Tower, and I am happy to be in one piece. There are a lot of enemies at this point in the game. So this time I have a much faster hair whip, and I have the double pike ball, and the flamethrower, which I found is actually pretty useful compared to what I thought it was. So this should be fun. We should be able to do this quite a bit faster than the last time. Let's see what kind of damage we can do. Oh no, no, no! That was embarrassing. Now I wish the clock stopped when you were walking through doors. Okay, that's something kind of interesting that I've noticed. Even before enemies fully appear, you can hurt them. Like when there's still those shadowy silhouettes that are just appearing. If your attack hits them, they don't flinch or anything, but then when they do materialize, it only takes one hit to beat them. So it is worth it to take your pike balls and stand near enemies who are just appearing. Maybe I should have practiced off screen one time before I came here, because I feel like I'm doing kind of sloppy. But whatever the case. The prize money at the end of the tower would be enough to to get us what we need to buy out the shop. But the tower itself is actually a great place to grind for money because there are so many enemies, and they drop money a lot more often than they drop hearts. Let's try the flamethrower on these guys. Too high. It doesn't work! Their shields can block the flamethrower, that's not right! At least I think it can. This is where my bit of lag with the sound is hurting me, because I can't tell if I'm actually hitting them by the sound effects or not. I think I would eventually get better at this room, but no, I pretty much just always let the pike balls do the work here. I wonder if I can get the clock over 5 minutes before we're done. I think I've done it before on the iPhone version where they give you a lot more time to work with. Giving me health, I want magic. I'm being a good player. I'm using magic more often. Please refill my magic. Thank you. Okay, 3 floors left. Feels kind of nice sometimes to only have to run up to an enemy and hit them with the whip once. Ha! Gotcha that time. I don't think I'm going to be able to end with it over 5 minutes, but I can sure try. Let's try the flamethrower one more time, just in case it actually works better than I thought it did. It doesn't seem to be working that well. Maybe I'm just bad at using it. But yeah, they can definitely... Well, I don't know. Can they block it or can't they? Seems like when they're not blocking it, it does a lot of damage to them quickly, but when they are blocking it, it's just a toll on my magic. I have not used the flamethrower that much in other playthroughs. Only just kind of recently thought to use it against the druids when I saw that they always drop magic, so I don't know entirely what it does well and what it doesn't do well. See how much of this room I can clear with the magic that I've got. I'll be happy if I can do the whole thing. Well, now I'm not sure if I should, Yes, I should restore my magic. It definitely helps. I kind of prefer to throw caution to the wind when I'm facing off with archers and just beat them up, but it's easier when I don't have to press a button to do that. Storm Puff trick will work just as well as ever. There we go. Wow. That was actually a slower run through than the one that I did off screen. Now I feel silly. But here's our prize. Maybe it's only 150 gems. But whatever the case, we have enough to buy out the shop, so mission successful. Alright, that was really all that I had to show for this episode, so just to save you the trip back, I'm just going to take us back to the lighthouse. Thanks for watching, and when we come back next time, it will be the finale, and we'll head on to the final boss area and see what we can do. So, see you then!